पळय आमी कोळशाच्या अगेन्स्ट उलयतना आमी कितें म्हणटाले की सगळे भारतमाल आहे ते केला कोळशा खातीर तुमी म्हणटाले ना इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ हें कितें तें कन्विनियन्स ऑफ पीपल आतां हांगा कितें जालां हांगा एक मटेरियल स्टोरिंग परमिशन दिलां जेटीज दिल्या सगळें दिलां कितें येतलें कितें हांगा तें जर कळनासतना तुमी प्रोजेक्ट एप्रूव करता ना एक मिनिट हें कळनासतना कसो प्रोजेक्ट एप्रूव करूं जाता कशें एप्रूव करतात तुमी
स्पीकर सर एकच मिनिट स्पीकर सर GCZMA एप्रूवल दिला ESC हांवें ताका परमिशन दिवंक ना ESI परमिशन दिता आसतना ताका डिटेलान जे क्वेश्चन्स विचारल्या आमी कोळशा खातीर परमिशन दिना हांव स्पश्ट क्लियर करता त्यांनी बाकीचे क्लॅरिफिकेशन जे मागला क्लॅरिफिकेशन मागल्या उपरांत ESI चे परमिशन मेळटलें ताच्या शिवाय
रेल्वे ओव्हरब्रिज जाला ताजे खातीर
जे केला आयन ओरा खातीर कित्याक न्ही तेणी जे केला पळय न्ही ते आयन ओरा खातीर कित्याक न्हू तूं कोळशा खातीरूच कित्याक म्हणटा
ना आयन ओर जाल्यार आयन ओर सांग तूं म्हाका हांव बसतां आयन ओर जाल्यार आयन ओर सांग पूण थंयच्या लोकांचे भंय आहा आयक एक सांगता एक मिनिट हांवें एक आमदारान कितें म्हणलें की लोकांचे ऑब्जेक्शन आहा ते लोक हांवूय थंय गेल्लो लोकांचो भंय आहा की हो कोळसो म्हणून तुमकां जर दिसता तो कोळसो ना हांव बसतां म्हाका काय
आमी कोळशा खातीर परमिशन दिना
अरे स्पीकर सर आम्ही
स्पीकर सर ऑनरेबल माझा प्रश्न मरे स्पीकर सर ऑनरेबल सीएमान एश्युरन्स दिला हांव फक्त त्या रिपोर्ट जो आसा हो जो कमिटी जी धाडलेली GCZMA त्या तारखेर तितू भितर हे प्रश्न जे आसा तेणे परमिशन जेन्ना मागला डिस्क्रिप्शन प्लॅटफॉर्म कुवे जेटी स्ट्रेंथनिंग ऑफ बंस एंड गर्बियन वॉल इन्स्पेक्शन जेन्ना जालें इन्स्पेक्शन जे दिल्ले आसा ते दिसे ऑन 27/3/24 भितर इन्स्पेक्शन केला स्पीकर सर तितू भितर स्पीकर सर मॅनग्रोव इफ एनी ऑन साइट शूड नॉट बी डिस्टर्ब इन एनी वे म्हणजे हे इन्स्पेक्शन रिपोर्ट जेन्ना वयता हे इंजिनियर वयता कोण तेजस नायक कोण गौरव पुणेकर म्हणटा पळय हो GCZMA म्हणजे तेजे रिपोर्टा मध्ये मॅनग्रोव्ज एट साइट इफ एनी तूं बरें न्ही स्पीकर सर ती मॅनग्रोव्ज ना म्हण कसले इन्स्पेक्शन रिपोर्ट करता स्पीकर सर ते मॅनग्रोव्ज आमकां दिसता स्पीकर सर ह्या असले भुरगे हांगा कामाक वता स्पीकर सर इफ एनी म्हणटा तुका इन्स्पेक्शन कित्याक करता स्पीकर सर इन्स्पेक्शन रिपोर्ट सायन केलो मिनिस्टर दिल्लो आसा हांगा
Okay, can I answer? As far as GCZMA is concerned, let me assure you that if tomorrow it is found that details given are wrong, details are not forthcoming, SC will reject their applications. Consequent to that, GCZMA will also withdraw their approval.
अरे मजे मत आसा तूंय रावपा सोदता कितें रे विड्रॉ केलें म्हूण सांगलें जालें खबर
पंचायती केल्लें ऑब्जेक्शनाचेर हांव येता
अरे विड्रॉ
तूं कोड आना म्हणटा तूं म्हणटा थिंग ओवर येतलो सो तुका 5000 फॉरेस्ट ट्रीज थिंगा डिस्ट्रॉय जाताय म्हणून पंचायतीन बरयलां थिंग बरयलां की दिस वील एंडेंजर दी वायल्ड लायफ बायोडायवर्सिटी जी आहा पिकॉक फेदर्स मेळ्ळाय थिंगा पोकुपायनागे स्क्विल्स मेळ्ळाय थिंगा ट्रेसीस ऑफ रॅबिट मेळ्ळाय हे सगळे बायोडायवर्सिटी हिंगा डिस्ट्रॉय जातले हे कोळशा लागून तूं म्हणटा प्रॉब्लेम ना पूण ओरा लागून ही बायोडायवर्सिटी डिस्ट्रॉय जाल्या हे सरकाराक परवडटा Are you okay with it? Because this is what is being claimed. Are you agreeing to this claim? Is your government agreeing to this claim, or are you not agreeing to this claim?
Because I have said and I am repeating, SCAC has sought details of the project. Should these details, as per the Panchayat, be correct, rest assured we will not give the permissions if they don't reply to our satisfaction. This is an assurance I am giving this August House.
Yes, sir. Very specific. I would ask the honorable. Sir, the Kabrala and sir, mache. How specifically in Zada? Kabrali, mache. Speaker sir, ya Shalgona che lok, they had also come to us when we had gone to Kurchore. आणि त्या वेळार
वांगडात केल्ले कित्याक तुमी
संविधान बचाव अनडिक्लेअर्ड इमर्जन्सी
वांगडात केल्ले
आता आय वुड कम व्हेरी स्पेसिफिकली टू द ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर की लोकांमध्ये भय आलो कोलाचो आता ऑन द सेम प्रिवियस जेटी कन्स्ट्रक्शन बाय द सेम प्रोपोनंट वन इन कुर्चोरेम एंड कामामोळ under the guise of renovating old jetties. Under the guise of the same proponent has happened, I think you need to look into that level as well. Secondly, mangroves were cut within this project site without obtaining any clearances from the forest department. What action will you take on the violators? Anik, what I see is in this project proposal, it involves non-contiguous and scattered survey numbers in all your survey numbers. They are very scattered across Salvana. Anik, is this being done to obscure a larger unified project? And whether EIA is considered, has considered this cumulative impact across all these parcels. If you see, they are all scattered. So these are important issues. I think you should look into this.
I'm again assuring this August House and you in particular that the role of the Coastal Authority is basically to see whether ports or jetties fall within the ambit of the rules or the act governing them. That is 100% within granting of the NOC, is 100% within their powers. Because I'm repeating, all they have to see is whether that activity falls within their rules, which it does. It is the role of SCAC to look into issues that you are raising. And I assure you, SCAC has sought clarifications because, as the Honourable Member has said, the EIA report has certain flaws. Similarly, the Panchayat complaint has also certain flaws. So they've sought clarification from the proponent, which they had given 30 days to answer. He has not replied. We are going to give him another 15 days from the time of the next meeting, which should be either this week or next week.
No, that's okay. I'm just asking. Mangroves have been cut in that area and scattered numbers.
At that time, we will look into all these aspects, and if anything is found to be right, we will take action.
Because sir, I'm happy that the Honourable Minister has assured, but I would like to place a report on the table of the House which the Honourable Chairman of Assurance Committee has placed the other day, where Alex Regional is there, where he has said that replies were received from 22 departments, 11 departments have failed to provide a reply on action taken despite ministers of this government may have the intention, but departments may not have the intention. So Honourable Minister should also see that it is done.
Start question number 2, Vijay sir, this side.
Let's do it then, 2B.
Answer has circulated.
Speaker sir, हो प्रश्न हा साऊंड रेस्ट्रिक्शन आणि इम्पॅक्ट ऑन टुरिझम आणि लोकल लाईफ. स्पीकर सर, आज हांव बेसिकली जे कोण आमची काजरां करतात, जे कोण रेस्टॉरंट चलयतात गोंयकार, तांचे खातीर हो इश्यू हांवें रेज केला. म्हजो पयलो प्रश्न आसलो की धांक जे म्युजीक बंद करतात ताजो इम्पॅक्ट टुरिझमाचेर कितलो जाता काय म्हणून. तो मे बी तो क्वेश्चन इज नॉट टू द रायट मेन, एनवायरमेंटाचें काम न्ही तें, and therefore you have said that no assessment is done. But from what I gather, from studies that have happened, it is around 675 and can rise up to 1,620 crores a year. Just this 10 to 12 जे म्युझिक बंद जाता तातूनच इम्पॅक्ट ऑन टुरिझम एक जालें. स्पीकर सर, आता कितें करता सरकार? मुखेलमंत्र्यान भूपेंद्र यादवाक लेटर बरयलें 15 एप्रिल 2025 की 70 डेसिबल म्युझिक टील 1 AM अलाव करचें म्हणून. युनियन मिनिस्टरान म्हळ्यार वयले इंजिनान सांगलें की WHO गायडलायन्सा खातीर आनी 2005 सुप्रीम कोर्ट गायडलायन्सा खातीर हें करूंक आमकां मेळना. स्पीकर सर, म्हजो पयलो प्रश्न आहा, what is the next step of the government? Has the government given up on this issue?
As far as the government is concerned, there are 2-3 things that I would like to inform this August House. I know that the Chief Minister himself has taken up this issue umpteen times with the Union Minister of Environment and Forest. I have been present along with him twice. He has again, whilst I was not too well, approached the minister himself in April. And a consequence to that, that letter has been sent. The government is consulting senior lawyers in Delhi to file an appeal, if required, for review of the Supreme Court order. Basically, it's the Supreme Court order that is binding us to 15 days. So the government is toying with the idea of filing an appeal, a review petition or whatever you call it, before the Supreme Court to look into and review this particular issue.
Speaker sir, आता permissible outside noise at night in residential zone कितले आसूंक जाय? 45 decibel. Sound it seems drops 6 decibels every time distance doubles in open air. So from inside 1 to 2 meters to 20 meters, you can expect a 20 to 26 decibel drop. Therefore, to keep the outside level at 45 decibels, maximum indoor sound should be 65 to 70 decibels. हे calculation जाता. म्हळ्यार at source near the speaker. So that means 70 decibel जर भितर आहा, जाल्यार भायर तो 45 आसता. Restaurants, you know, don't use a single speaker. They use a grid of speakers to create an ambient sound. Speaker sir, आता प्रश्न असो आहा की I went to Bangalore a few days ago. Bangalore एक वरामेरेन चलता, म्युझिक चलता, पार्टी चलता, सगळे एक वरामेरेन चलता आणि धाकटे जाग्यार न्या आय एम टॉकिंग अबाउट रिट्स कार्ल्टन बी अशें. आता I have just inquired what they are doing because the laws are the same. The laws are of the country. You have also spoken to the union minister. So speaker sir, थंय म्हाका अशें कळटा की तांणी एक बजेट स्पीचान सिद्धरामय्यान डिक्लेअर केलें की इस्टॅब्लिशमेंट विल बी ओपन टील 1 AM. इस्टॅब्लिशमेंट्स. आता तूं काय हांगा इस्टॅब्लिशमेंट 1 आसूं तूं आसूं तूं बंद करपाक वचना. पूण हें ताणें डिक्लेअर केलें ते 1 AM बंद करतात सगळे रेस्टॉरंटां सगळे बंद. एकाचे मागीर तुका बसूंक मेळना, एकाचे मागीर तुका ड्रिंक मारूंक मेळना, पूण एकाचे मागीर तुका म्युझिकूय लावंक मेळना, सगळे बंद. आता हे चलता आनी बेंगलोराक टॉप टुरिझम चलता हे सगळ्यांक खबर आहा. थंय जाता जाल्यार हांगा कित्याक न्ही? आनी एक आहा, काजरान तुमी काय पुलीस धाडना ह्या दिसांनी, पूण जाता कितें? जे कोण हॉलाचे ओनर आहा त्या दावराचेरच पयलीं म्युझिक बंद करता. तूं व्हडलो कोण चीफ मिनिस्टर तुजो टोस्ट रेस करपाक आसूं, आमचे टायम आमी पळयला की व्हडलो फावर मागचो पडटा, कितें म्हणल्यार मातशी 15 मिनटां वाडय. अरे हे कितें फकाणां? म्हणजे ते काजारी हे जे कपल आहा ते जेवून थंय वता ते हा बंद सगळें. आनी एक क्लिक जाला, क्लिक कितें बिटवीन द हॉल ओनर, द केटरर एंड द म्युझिक बँड. तांकांय काम कमी करपाक जाय आनी पयशे चड चडूंक जाय. सो दीस स्पीकर सर यू हॅव टू इंटरवीन. इफ द लॉ डजंट अलाव यू टू रिव्यू पेटिशन ते केन्ना जातलें आनी कितें जातलें तें म्हाका गॅरंटी लागना. You have to intervene this way. सांग एक मेरेन सगळें चलयता आनी चलूंक दिवचें म्हणून. तुवें काल कुमुंदादीचे हांवें व्हडलें डॅरिंग घेतला तुवें, आज बरो टवटवीत कॅश बीस मारून आयला तूं. हें करपाक कितें आहा? हें कर, डिक्लेअर कर. बजेट सेशनान सिद्धरामय्यान बजेट सेशनान केल्लें तांचे अर्बन डेव्हलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट अलाव करता. सो स्पीकर सर, कर्नाटकाचे थोडें कितें फॉलो करचें, वायट न्ही, बरें तें फॉलो करचें. सो एक हांव मागता, will the government allow restaurants, shacks, open air halls to play music till 12 PM? I'm not talking about 1 AM म्हणना. Install ambient air monitor and maintain the volume at the boundary below 45 decibels. Speaker sir, globally, including in parts of Europe and Southeast Asia, low volume ambient music is permitted even at night, provided it does not exceed ambient threshold at the boundary, which is 45 decibels in the residential areas. Speaker sir, WHO guidelines जो तुम्ही answer केल्या recommends limiting night noise exposure to 40 decibels, but not a total ban on sound. So the answer is also wrong. It is not saying that तू music लावूंकच जायना म्हणून, अशें खंयच म्हणूंक ना. Speaker sir, we as a nation are selective when it comes to WHO guidelines. आमी air quality, दिल्लीची एअर क्वालिटी, दिल्ली बंद पडपाची, दिल्ली कांयच धंदो करूंक मेळचो ना तुका WHO गायडलायन फॉलो केले जाल्यार. इतले करोडपती आहा पळय बिलियनियर, तांचे धंदे बंद पडटले WHO केले जाल्यार. सो WHO सांगून एक काजारी जिविताक पयलो जो पावल मारता ताची काजार तुम्ही काबार करता हे सारकें न्ही. टुरिजमाक 1600 कोटी हे आहा लॉस आहा पर इयर. सो हांव मागता स्पीकर सर ह्यो तुम्ही एक क्लियर कट म्हाका एश्युरन्स दिया की जे कर्नाटकान केला ते तुम्ही फॉलो करतले म्हणून.
स्पीकर सर सिद्धरामय्या डायरेक्टली विजयाकडे इन टच आसा म्हाका
विजया टच आसपाचो न्ही. हांवें हें पळयलां आनी हांवें थंयच्यान थंय कितें जाता ती खबर काडल्या.
हांव पळयना म्हणल्यार युरी कडेन इन टच ना डायरेक्टली विजया कडेन आसा बट एनी तो विषय वेगळो. स्पीकर सर ताणे जो सांगला की इट इज अप टू 1 PM पर्यंत जर एस्टॅब्लिशमेंट ओपन करून
1 AM PM म्हणल्यार पयलीं
सॉरी 1 AM पर्यंत जर दवरून पॉसिबल आसत हांव व्हेरीफाय करता स्पीकर सर. डेफिनेटली गोंयच्या टुरिजम इंडस्ट्रीक जर हाचो फायदो जाता आसत जाल्यार आमकां बरें ते घेवपाक
टुरिजम आनी लोकल लोक
बरोबर
रेस्टॉरंट आहा बाजार आहा मेन म्हणजे काजरा.
काजरा स्पेशली काजरा.
स्पीकर सर तूं एक स्टेटमेंट कर चीफ मिनिस्टराक सगळ्या लोकांक गोंयच्या जनतेक पळोवन की काजरा एक मेरेन चलतले आपल्याक प्रॉब्लेम ना कर. ना ना कर आमी हांवें डिमांड हो क्वेश्चन केला हाचे खातीर. एक्चुअली क्लब क्वेश्चन दुसरो आहा शूड हॅव बीन टेकिंग
स्पीकर सर काजरा एक पर्यंत चल्ले म्हणून आमकां प्रॉब्लेम ना. प्रॉब्लेम जो आसा पळय न्ही अकॉर्डिंग टू द जे एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट जे केसी फायल करतात.
ना 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 काजराक कोण करना काजराक कोण करना. स्पीकर सर एक मिनिट बेंगलोराक खबर एक मिनिट बेंगलोराकूय NGO आहात बेंगलोराकूय कंप्लेंट येतात पूण तुवें वेर देर इज अ विल देर इज अ वे. सरकारान दाखोवचें देर इज तुजें डबल इंजीन आहा तुका भंय करपा सिद्धरामय्या तरी तो काँग्रेसीचो तुका डबल इंजीन सपोर्ट आहा मरे.
ताज्या वांगडा उलयता मरे तुज्या वांगडाच उलयता.
ना ना तेको ते उलयता भुपेंद्र यादवाक उलयता दिसा म्हाजे फ्रेंड तो एनवायरमेंट मिनिस्टर तेको तुका उलयना तो तुवें विश्वजीत उलयतालो दिसता म्हाका ते कडेन एनवायरमेंट मिनिस्टर तेगे फ्रेंड तो तुका उलयना तो.
ना तो हांव डेली मेळटा भुपेंद्र हांवूय मेळटा आनी तो
मारूले फ्रेंड तो मातशें मारूले आतां फोन मान अनाउन्स कर आतां मारता.
ते सिद्धरामय्याचे पळय म्हणजे भुपेंद्र यादवाचे हांव आनी विश्वजीत पळयता ते कांय चिंता ना.
डॉक्टर चंगा शेट्टी
स्पीकर सर ताणें जें म्हटलां पळय न्ही आमकां गोंयांत मेन प्रॉब्लेम जो आसा एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट आनी बाकीचे लोक जे केसी फायल करतात ताका लागून तेणी जें म्हटलां की काजरा खातीर स्पेशली पळय म्हणून आमी स्पीकर सर आमी वे आउट काडटा डेफिनेटली काजरांक डिस्टर्ब जावपाक जायना हाजे आनी बाकीचो टुरिजम इंडस्ट्रीक ताचो फायदो जावचो.
आनी सेकंड कितें आनी हे आतां व्हडले व्हडले क्लब बी चलयता पळय ते सकाळचे 4-5 पर्यंत आहा तांचो कोण त्रास करना. हांव मागता ते लोकल रेस्टॉरंट लोकल काजरा लोकल मनीस गोंयकारपण
आमी गोंयकार गोंयपारकर काल कोमुजात त्या ती गोंयकारांची घरां ही रेग्युलर जावपाकूच जाय ताच्या खातीर हाडलेले गोंयकारांची घरां जावपाकूच जाय.
चीफ मिनिस्टर इज देयर अ वे कॅन यू डू इट बीस थिंगान फोकाण कोण फायट ना. सी वॉट यू हॅव रिटन directly Bhupendra Yadav's letter is there. Cabral had also written as environment minister. Recently you have written the answer says very clearly he has said it is not possible. So what you will do in the state of Goa, magic kesli magic what guidelines of Supreme Court you will bypass. What is that? Bisti sangle board जातो सारखी सांग
बिकॉज सुप्रीम कोर्टाची बायपास करूंक शकना. पण आमच्या लोकल बिझनेसमॅन काजरा आणि टुरिजम हाच्या नुसार आमगे जो टायम हे करून कितें जे कायद्याक पॉसिबल आसा पळय न्ही ते हांव वॉटेवर ते करता.
डॉक्टर चंगा शेट्टी
हो जो एक क्वेश्चन म्हणजे जे उत्तर दिल्ले आमच्या गोंय राज्याच्या मुख्यमंत्र्यान बरयल्ल्यान तांणी उत्तर कितें दिल्लें तर 15 दीस रिलॅक्सेशन करू शकता. आता म्हाका इतलेच जाय हे 15 दीस जे रिलॅक्सेशन करू शकता ह्या आमच्या गोंयच्या कॅलेंडरार खंयचे 15 दीस. आणि सेकंडली आमचो जो शिव जयंती आणि शिगमोत्सव आसा हो इन्क्लूड करपाक जाय हे म्हजे एक रिक्वेस्ट आसा. शिव जयंती आणि शिगमोत्सव नाल्यार शिगम्याक कितें जाता स्पीकर सर प्रत्येक कडेन रातचो बोवाळ जाता तसो आणि शिव जयंती इन्क्लूड करपाक.
स्पीकर सर जे 15 दीस स्टेटी कडेन पावर्स आसा 15 दिसाची आणि ते 15 दीस जे आसा ते डिसायड करीत आसा. शिगम्याकूच आमी 10 दीस वाजयला.
शिव जयंती सर स्पीकर सर शिव जयंती
स्पीकर सर शिवजयंतीक सांजचो कोण म्युझिक वाजयना म्हणजे बाकीचे ट्रेडिशनल ते डिसायड केला पळय न्हू आमी हे दीस डिसायड करता आसतना सगळे इंडस्ट्री सगळे विचार करून
एकदा NDAच्या मिटिंगेक हांवें हो इश्यू रेज केल्लो प्रायम मिनिस्टरा कडेन की भायल्यान येवन हांगा आमचें वेडिंग डेस्टिनेशन जालां गोंयांत आनी हे 15 आसा ते 115 करचे म्हणून पळय सामकें पिशेपणा पण हांवें केन्ना म्हणिल्लें आहा सारकें सगळ्या फुडें तुजो पियुश गोयल बी सगळ्या प्रॉपर NDA प्रायम मिनिस्टरान म्हाका सांगलें की आय एम विलिंग टू कन्सिडर दीस फॉर गोवा. I'm not lying. You can check this up. You can check this up. You can check this up. I'm telling you. I shooting the proof. So shooting is also. Besides that, I have spoken there and I have given this. काय नाही म्हणते 15 हा त्याचे आणि एक घालतो म्हणून 115 करपाचे म्हणून. किती कोण सांगा काय होय म्हणले म्हाका ना जाल्यार विचारता का.
स्पीकर सर ते NDAच्या मिटिंगेक म्हटल्यार दिसता आनी विजयाक परतूय NDAन येता जाल्यार विचार करपाक काय हरकत ना.
हे लोकांचे म्हणले.
Next.
No, I'll speak.
Asan, Carlos Ferreira.
Honorable Speaker, in the specific question 2B, first question was whether the current sound restrictions in the state, particularly prohibition on playing music beyond 10 p.m., are adversely affecting the tourism industry in Goa. If so, detailed assessment or reports highlighting the impact of tourist inflow, event organizing and related business. And the answer is only half. Sir, no specific assessment is done. The question first was whether any adverse effect is there on tourism industry. Honorable Minister Nilesh Kabral, as he was then, in 2020 wrote about it. 2023 he wrote to the central government. And Honorable Chief Minister on 15th April 2024, Mullah Esh Mullah, just I'll read that part. Honorable Chief Minister Mullah, tourism industry is the backbone of Goa's economy, also main source of livelihood for local population. And then you made a justification. Now, the minister has replied that this cannot be done for two reasons. One is there is the law and there is the Supreme Court decision. Supreme Court decision came in the background of the law. Please understand this. So if you modify the law, I'm saying specifically for these up to 12 o'clock and allow festivals, weddings especially to take place in controlled decibel, then I don't think there should be a problem. Please understand, seeking a review without changing the law will not have any effect in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will dismiss it. If your fundamental notification has not got a provision for modification, the Supreme Court will say you are not changing the law, you are asking us to modify, because you are recognizing the need for maintaining it, and his justification of Mr. Yadav, the Union Minister, is not required because of all these United Nations things and all that. So my respectful submission is the government can make a proposal. What I'm not saying, just make this letter. Give a draft how it should be then. You give it to them, then let them consider it and then let them accordingly modify it. The Supreme Court is secondary afterwards.
You mean to say the change in law?
Change the notification. In that one if you put, like how you put 15 days exemption,
Change the 15 days they have given for the state.
Right.
You mean to say the change in notification?
Amend the notification. Amend the notification.
Notification of the Government of India?
Government of India. You have to make a representation to them.
Means instead of the 15 days, you can say as Vijay has suggested, 115 days?
No. There will be an excessive. 15 days. That will be. I'm not saying, what I'm saying 15 days is okay, not a problem, but I'm saying 12 o'clock, up to 12 o'clock, especially for our festivals, weddings and things and all that. Sometimes temple functions are there which go until 12 o'clock, not beyond that. And reduce decibel. I can understand till 10 o'clock you have got the timing, and 10 to 12 a reduced decibel. We can give you the draft of it, you can consider it and forward it. If it works, then the way we will get a benefit for all of us.
नाही जाल्यार लोक 12 पर्यंत दिता ना, 12 पर्यंत दिता.
Nilesh Kabral, yes.
Objector.
CMR गाव नजरे काढून सुटतात.
No.
इतली वर्षा
The honorable CM.
मध्य प्रदेश
साऊंड एक्टर ना रे तो आता गेलो तो.
Yes, विचारा.
मध्य प्रदेश साऊंड एक्ट आसतलो. फाटल्या कांय वर्सां पयलीं सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटान कायदो हाडलो आनी तेका लागून हो कायदो चालू जालो स्पीकर सर. पूण त्या कायद्या भितर खंय ना बरोवं ना स्पीकर सर की 12 करपा. तेजे एक मिनिस्टरान एक मेमोरंडम काडला तो 12 बंद 10 बंद करपाक जाय आनी हें करपाक जाय. म्हाका दिसता ऑनरेबल सीएमान हेजे खऱ्यांनी स्टडी करून हे कायद्या भितर जे हांव रिक्वेस्ट करता ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टराक पयले सुवातेर की इट इज नो बॅन इनसायड द प्रिमायसीस, पूण हांगा पुलीस वचून इनसायड द प्रिमिसीस असो बंद करता हे पयले बंद जावपाक जाय ही जे आसा इनसायड द प्रिमायसीस साऊंड शुड बी कमिंग आउटसाइड द प्रिमायसीस म्हणजे म्हजे प्रिमायसीस आसा तेजे भायर जर डेसिबल चड जाल्यार ते बंद करपाक जाय पूण पुलीस वचून भितर वयता आनी बंद करता डेसिबल भायर जाता तेजेर एक इन्शुरन्स जाय की हे तरी लक्ष घालतले फर्स्ट टायम
स्पीकर सर हाज्या फुडें म्हणजे इनसायड द प्रिमायसीस जेचो पॅक हॉला भायल्या लोकांक कांय डिस्टर्ब जायना ताचे कोणूच बंद करचो ना हे हांव सामकें एश्युरन्स
आनी 12 मेरेन रेस्टॉरंट आनी हे काजरा
12 मेरेन ते जावं
इनसायड स्पीकर सर
इनसाइड चलता इनसाइड 70 डेसिबल अलाउड
इनसायड चलता भायर तेंच्यांनी जो डेसिबल जिको आवाज
एका डेसिबल मीटर बी दिला पुलिसान एनवायरमेंट डिपार्टमेंटान
घेवनी न्ही तो जो कोण फॅसिलिटी आहा ताका लेट हिम हॅव दॅट ओके क्वालिटी लेट हिम मेजर इट
श्रीमती दिलाय लोगो
Because regarding sound pollution.
Madam, 1 minute. Basically, everybody's issue is regarding sound, which is a common issue. To see whatever each one is raising. I assure you all that we are seriously looking into the matter, and that is why we even said we will file a review if required before the Supreme Court to look into this.
Yes.
Into this particular ruling.
Speaker sir,
I will request all the members.
Yes,
Let
okay.
us go to the next question.
Yes.
Let us not waste time on this.
Yes.
Because I am giving an assurance that we will look into the matter.
Question number 3, Alternate Costa.
Good. I may be permitted to ask question 3C.
3C.
Babush.
3C.
Speaker sir, this question is very serious in nature. Speaker sir, fraudulent structures insertion in survey plan. Speaker sir, the issue of fraudulent insertion of structures in Goa's official survey records is no longer an isolated complaint. It is now being exposed as a systematic and deeply rooted scam, potentially worth hundreds of crores. Speaker sir, according to the information in the public domain and whistleblower complaints, almost 180 structures, mostly in CRZ1 and prime coastal areas, have been digitally inserted into survey plans using the Bunaksha software, a GIS-based platform meant to promote transparency, now weaponized for corruption. Speaker sir, initially there was a software which was VMM, which was very good, but suddenly this Bunaksha came and this thing has been done. Speaker sir, these insertions were made without physical verifications, violating the basic norms of the ground and legal due process. What makes this scam more dangerous is that these fictitious entries are being used to obtain TCP and GCM ZMA approvals, falsely presenting them as pre-existing structures, opening the door to illegal constructions in sand dunes, mangroves and ecological fragile lands. Speaker sir, the official response in LQ 3C is disturbing. While the Revenue Department claimed that no direct complaint was received by the Directorate of Settlement and Land Records, it admits that a vigilance inquiry is underway based on the complaints received by the Director of Vigilance. Speaker sir, the North Goa collector, I think so, has been given the charge to take over this matter. Speaker, there is no accountability, suspension of criminal investigation despite gravity of this manipulation. Speaker sir, this is not era of mapping, it is deliberate digital tampering of land records with massive implications. Legal scarcity of land ownership is under threat. CRZ violation is being masked behind falsely survey data. Speaker sir, public trust in government records is rapidly going. Speaker sir, now my question is to the Honorable Minister. How many structures have been digitally inserted into the Bunaksha-based survey plan since 2019? How many of them were physically site verification was done and how many without site verification done? The first question now.
Speaker sir, first and foremost, I don't know from when they get this word scam. Let me explain how the process of actually the planning goes. The original plan, survey plan, was done in 1972. From 1972 till today, there is no other plan. So this is the old plan. Now what we used to do, then there was in 2004, a survey was done. VVM actually converted the physical plan into a digital plan. Was done in 2000. Wait, let me explain to you. No? It was done then. And then after that, now in 1991, in 2019, the Bunaksha is thing came. Now, Bunaksha is a cadastral mapping software developed by NIC using open sources application. The objective of Government of India was that with proper customization, Bunaksha can be integrated with the existing land record application of any state that deals with textual data. Government of Goa adopted Bunaksha from 2019 for this integration. Now, as far as for migrating to Bunaksha, existing survey maps were converted into shape files for uploading in the new software. The shape files prepared were verified by surveyors, and during the time, various discrepancies were observed, such as missing boundaries, missing subdivision structure shown in different locations, and possibly mixing up of data captured during various resurvey process, which might have happened while migrating from the old software to Bunaksha. Now, let us go in 1972, when the first plan was done. They have made, this is the plan, the survey plan of survey plan of Goa. Now, let me explain. Let me finish. What's the hurry? Survey plan of Goa. That is a time, maybe 100 structures were there at that time. Okay, at that time. Now there must be around 10,000 structures. Which has 10,000 structures. None of the structures will be reflecting in today's plan because we have not done the survey, a fresh survey. Because the survey should have been done. Survey should have been. Let me explain. Survey should have been done 30 years. After 30 years, survey was supposed to be done. Now, for it is past 2 years, no survey has been done. So now, basically, we have this thing. I believe what happened. That survey should be done at every 10 years to put all the new structure. So here, what has happened here? It is no scam what you are talking about. Here, there has been a mix-up.
Speaker sir, you know one of your relative also was scammed. I don't want to take Speaker Zana. I have the details. Plan I don't want to take the name. Prominent people are there. Speaker sir, it is what? So Speaker sir, ये गाइला आप किधर करे? एक ये आंदोलन ये आप किधर करे?
Listen to me.
If it was correct,
what I am trying to be.
You are not trying to tell. You तुम बुढ़ापा होता. Speaker sir, it is not a scam. It is not a scam. This factor, the insider has been removed now. Why it has been removed now? Your staff, Speaker sir, तुझे staff तिंगा गाडी माताई. त्यांका सोनवार आयतार यांनी काम करून कोटा. हे सगळे केलो ते काढपाक. तो scam no mood किती सोमवार आयतार holidays आले ते का पैसा तिंगा.
No, that is the reason what I am trying to say.
So why it was done?
There has been a mix-up. How the mix-up has taken place?
Let us not do politics. Speaker sir, it is not a question of Gaila. It is the question of identity of Goa. Goankarapasun. Atkal ani kitane. Aaj ye, if this structure, Speaker sir,
you are not the protector of Goa, no?
No, Speaker sir, I am not saying that you are part of it, but it is happened. Admit that it is happened. I am not saying that you are part of it, but these things have happened. See, this is the data I have. I am placing on the floor of the House. Speaker sir. Yes, sorry.
No. What I am trying to tell you, there has been a mix-up. I am not saying no.
Why? How this happened?
See, what has been the mix-up? What has been the mix-up? They have got two plans. What plan? Now one they have got a 1972. Listen, one 1972 and a new structural plan which survey was taken place in 2004, which had not been completed.
So that means
so, no.
These structures. Listen to me. These structures are of prominent people.
So what is the difference now?
It is not the small people who structure the state.
No. What is the difference between old plan and new plan? There is no difference.
Because sir,
Bunaksha plan is the same.
प्रश्न घालता मातशें राव हांव एक्सप्लेन करता
Yes.
आतां स्पीकर सर व्हेरी स्पेसिफीक हे प्लेन पळय हाय व्हेरी सिंपल यू आर ट्रायंग टू गुणावपा प्रयत्न चला
कोणावे प्रश्न येना give me explanation.
ऑलमोस्ट हे लिस्ट जे पळय मेलीन धाडा more than 200 structures have been shown on the Bunaksh plan that have been changed and jenna 200 structures all across the state आणि जेन्ना हे जाले स्पीकर सर त्या वेळार ते परमिशन घेऊन CZMP just sit I'll tell you it's my joint question you sit आता स्पीकर सर CZMP एक I'll give you one particular case based on the change of this Bunaksh plan one Parakishat Pappi Dura developers Jalandhar Punjab એને પ્લેન એ ચેન્જ કોણ પરમિશન ગેલે private party applied to CRZ by giving misrepresentation under speaker sir 112/4 of Kandolim village तीन structure दाखविले 0 to 200 meters 200 to 500 meters आमध्ये ये manipulation झाला हिंगा बोसन IP addresses चेंज करपाक कोलवाचे प्लेन चेंज झाले मांद्रेच्या गावात मांद्रेचे प्लेन झाले कोलवाच्या मुखेल मध्ये खबर आहा this you please admit do not particular you were not aware you all were not aware I know that the department even the environment minister was not aware they were one second no later reality AG AG more than 600 crores of rupees was collected by one individual and others were used. This is a criminal offense. You cannot change structures like this. हे केन्ना येले मंत्री तुज मुखार येले जेन्ना तो मनीस तुझ्या सोयऱ्या एकल्या सोयऱ्या बरे गेलो दिस इज अ क्रिमिनल ऑफेन्स
प्रश्न किती
आज बारीक नुस्तेकार
प्रश्न किती
जे बारीक लोक आज हे CZMP सर हो प्रश्न पडा आता इन युअर आन्सर now I'll tell you exactly on your answer the answer given to CZMP in your reply when they asked you when they flagged this particular land record about this one Kalangut Constituency Forum they complained to CZMP in that when CZMP wrote to your DSLR you all said these are doubtful structures now speaker sir the DSLR ahat gele they are acknowledging that this structure once again after that speaker sir they wrote back and CZMP cancelled that particular issue tinga hotel banpache prayatna
prashna
this is a criminal will you take there has to be an SIT on this itle muine
माझे विरोधी पक्षाचे प्रश्न किती
transfer kera ke muncha
see what I am trying to tell you
see you are not trying you are trying to gunav
I am not going to I am giving a proper explanation
प्रश्न हा कि कौन है ये लोग कहां से आते हैं ये लोग क्या करते हैं ये लोग किसने किया ये किसने ये घोटाला किया
You should know.
ये
You should answer.
किसने किया
yes अरे जोला you tell me no
no he's placed there now see honorable minister you know
I am explaining how our plan goes
what is your plan
plan C
based on this
yes Gunas
easy
as far as Bunasha plan is concerned as far as Bunasha plan is concerned Bunasha plan refers to the same 1972 plan nothing has changed listen to me now what listen to me listen you know about now you sit down प्रश्न विचारला
action घेतलो
listen to me that's what I'm trying to say so now what has happened as far as Bunaksha's plan is same 1972 even your house which you have built will not be shown in this Bunaksha plan which are you are doing better that is very clear listen to me Prashna now 2004 listen you listen to me
2 मिनिटं ऐक 2 मिनिटं
I listen first now opposition leader see you don't return here
Yes.
You don't fire threatening.
Attorney Costa,
I'm explaining to you.
No, no,
So
you
listen,
we want
yes.
action. We
Aye,
need
action will be taken. Action will be taken, but I am telling you what is the mix-up which has happened.
No, what action?
Action we have already,
Department.
we have already told, we have instructed.
Opposition leader,
Specifically, collector has been told to take formal inquiry.
Kaji complete कर दिया भाई.
We are not relying, we are not relying on any of our government. So this one will be doing the inquiry. The collector, we have already collected to do.
Collector, no, vigilance has written to you.
Vigilance has not returned to me.
Yes.
Vigilance, no, it is the direct, it is the initial, in the initial stage, in last year itself, director itself has returned to all the SLR.
There is a fresh
any deficiency which are there to correct it.
There is
You
a
check,
fresh
you
report
check,
by
you please check
vigilance.
the records.
Yes.
You check the records.
Varela.
Yes. Attorney Costa was
But before that, our department itself has returned to all the ISLR.
What is about
Basic
what
vigilance
Sang to much.
Vigilance has done only as far as the done and the complainant also has withdrawn his
अरे
complaint.
कोणी ती सांग मरे.
But that has got nothing to do with it.
सर, स्पीकर सर.
University
कोणतरी अविनाश तावारी नावाच्या मनशान विजिलन्सचा कंप्लेंट अविनाश तावारी कोणतरी विजिलन्सचा कंप्लेंट बरयल्या आणि विजिलन्सचा कंप्लेंट बरोबर त्यांनी विड्रॉवल केली. विड्रॉवल केली.
ना 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 हांवें एक प्रश्न घायला त्या हेजेर म्हाका उत्तर बेस्ड ऑन माय कंप्लेन यू ऑल हॅव रिटर्न टू विजिलन्स एज ऍक्शन घे ऍक्शन घेता
Yes, your honor, Attorney Costa.
Attorney Costa, zero.
No, Antarwat. Yes, Antarwat.
I bring to the attention of the House that a local fishing community from Kortali take big risk while working at Kortali fishing jetty at the fish minding shed. The jetty, which was built many years back, is neglected by fishing department and it is in very bad condition. Old trawlers are grounded around the jetty, which is dangerous. Requesting the government to repair the fishing jetty at Kortali and repair the shed immediately. Speaker sir, जी आमची Kortali jetty आसा ती सारकी bad condition आसा आणि हांव मागता जाता बेगीन ही आमची
Yes.
jetty repair करपाक.
Shri Digambar Kamat.
Attention of the House is drawn as regards the apprehension in the minds of the senior citizens who go to buy ration card, to buy their ration in the fair price shops and find that their fingerprints cannot be recorded in the machines. Due to this, the shopkeepers refuse to give them ration. मातशें पळय कित्याक ते मशिनाचेर तांचे जाणटे लोकांचे हात येना बोटां ते प्रिंट येता प्रिंट येना जाल्यार ते म्हणटा तुमकां रेशन ना which is a very serious matter.
Yes.
ती सगळे जाण म्हणटा आमकां रेशन प्रायम मिनिस्टर फुकट रेशन दिता आनी हे हांगा प्रिंट येना म्हणटा प्रिंट येत ना तांचो फॉल्ट मातशें कळ.
Respect. Shri Vijay Sir.
Speaker sir, fear and anxiety in the minds of elected representatives of local bodies that the sentiments of the High Court are not adhered to and respected by relevant authorities. I'll just clarify. There is a order passed yesterday by the High Court in the matter of Rumnamol Panchayat, and the intention of the High Court, Rumnamol Naveli, dated 7th August 2025 is very clear that Director of Panchayat should keep the election for the post of Sarpanch and Deputy Sarpanch of Rumnamol Panchayat in abeyance till the South Goa District Court disposes of the petition. The government should not go against the intention and the spirit of the High Court order. A glance at the order clearly shows that the High Court has given a level playing field for all the parties. If you want to place this on the table of the House, I want the assurance that the spirit and the intention of the High Court will be respected. You will not do something by which the petitioner has to go to the Supreme Court or go to some other court.
Speaker sir, we will do what is legally correct.
No, legally, I understand, legally correct. I have specified what is the intention. I will send this to you. You can also read it. But don't hasten.
Yes, Shri
Don't try to manipulate.
Purkar.
तुम्ही दोघे म्हणून because that guy thanked you. This is the same fellow, the fraudster who made that. उर्फान मुल्ला म्हणटात येस थँक यू एंड चीफ मिनिस्टर फॉर डिस्टेबिलायझिंग अ पंचायत. अरे थँक्यू म्हणला प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स घेऊन म्हणून हांवें इश्यू रेज केला हायकोर्टान
भायर कोण कितें उलयता ते विजय भितर कित्याक
हांव तुका व्हिडिओ हाडून दाखोव तुका व्हिडिओ हाडून दाखोव हांव ओकीच उलयता तुका दिसता हांव केन्ना ओकी उलोवपी
भायल्या विशय भितर कित्याक हाडटा
भायले न्ही अरे हे ना एक मिनिट मागचे समजूंक ना
जालें आतां
ना हे हायकोर्टान वचचे पयलीं जेन्ना ते तांकां डिस्क्वॉलिफाय केले 4 जाणां तेन्ना ताणें तुका आनी पंचायत मिनिस्टराक थँक्यू म्हणलें प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स घेवन हे फट न्ही हे जाल्यार तुका व्हिडिओ हाडून दाखयता थँक्यू न्ही अरे बाबा हॅलो.
Attention of the House is drawn to a shocking incident that occurred on Thursday, where Morjim Panchayat Secretary Sachin Diwaskar was brutally assaulted at the attention of the House is drawn to a shocking incident that occurred on Thursday, where Morjim Panchayat Secretary Sachin Diwaskar was brutally assaulted at the Pednem BDO office during a hearing on an RTI appeal. The alleged attackers, reportedly from Delhi, not only issued verbal abuse and death threats to the secretary, but also physically assaulted him with the slaps, punches, and even attacked him with the steel bottle. They further vandalized the Pernem BDO office during the assault. This incident raises serious concern about the safety of government officers performing their duties. I urge the government to take strict action against the culprit and clarify that concrete steps are being taken to prevent such violent acts, particularly by outsiders, and to ensure the safety and dignity of the government servants in Goa. Speaker sir, हांगा कालचो हो इन्सिडेंट आसा आनी पेडणेचो जो BDOच्या ऑफिसान सेक्रेटरीचेर अटॅक केला स्पीकर सर मोर्चेचो आनी स्पीकर सर अशें सांगपाक प्रयत्न केलो की गार्ड देगा आनी हात फ्रॅक्चर जालो हेजेर एक्शन घेवची
स्पीकर सर ताका ऑलरेडी भितर उडयला एक्शन घेता
ना हे दिल्लीकारांची दादागिरी
नेक्स्ट काल अनेक एक्शन नेक्स्ट
There is a growing anxiety and fear among our people of Goa following the recent High Court directives regarding the widening of district roads, state highway and rural roads. Many residents and business owners are in a state of panic, worried that their home and commercial establishment may be demolished in the process as they have received notice from the Panchayat. I urge the government to take proactive and compensate measures to safeguard the interests of the affected citizen while implementing this necessary infrastructure improvement. I request that the government to ensure full transparency and consult with the public whenever needed and be considered. It is crucial that no arbitrary or blanket demolitions are undertaken and that the dignity and right of our people are respected and upheld. The step the government intend to take in this matter.
Shri Nilesh Kapran. Next.
Fear and anxiety in the minds of people, especially among parents and guardians, as school safety in Goa comes under serious question. A recent NCRT survey, Rashtriya Sevak 2024, under Union Education Ministry, has revealed that 29% of students in Goa reported being physically hit by their peers, and 23% of schools do not have anti-bullying policy in place. This is a deeply troubling indicator that our children are increasingly exposed to environments of fear, intimidation and emotional distress within institutions meant to nurture and educate them. The lack of standardized guidelines, absence of trained counselors and inadequate response mechanism have created a vacuum that is impacting the mental health and overall well-being of students across the state. Incidents of bullying, both physical and psychological, often go unreported due to stigma and fear of retaliation. While teachers and school administrations remain under-equipped to handle such sensitive issues effectively, I therefore urge the Chief Minister, the Education Minister to urgently take up the matter of child safety in schools on priority. and direct all educational institutions, government and private alike, to mandatorily implement anti-bullying policies with immediate effect, and also inform the House that what steps the government should take ensure that every student in Goa feels safe, protected and respected within their school environments. Please.
श्री शंकर बाबूंकर.
नोटेट हांव instructions दिता.
श्री शंकर बाबूंकर.
Speaker, sir, attention of the House is drawn to the concern raised by the residents of Murmugao constituency regarding the frequent overflowing of sewage through the sewer line and chambers, which poses serious health and environmental risk. Certain area within their constituency includes those near BCB School, GRB Colony, Edland Sada, Bogda areas, Ward number 9, etc. experience this incident regularly, causing significant distress to the people. Immediate attention and remedial measures are requested to address these recurring issues. Step the government intend to take in this regard.
Speaker, नागरिक begins to talk about.
श्री केदार नाईक.
Because attention of the House is drawn to the problem faced by the people of Saligaon constituency, as the RD school in Sangolda causes significant traffic congestion during school drop-off and pick-up times. This has severely disturbed the traffic flow on Chogam Road, causing severe traffic jams and affecting emergency services like ambulances. Locals have raised serious concern as no action has been taken by the school authority despite several requests. This issue leads to daily traffic jams and delays for the commuters. Locals are frustrated with authorities towards their inaction in the address to address the issue. CM sir, continuously every day 7-8 दीस जाले 50 SMS येता आनी व्हिडिओ येता म्हाका आनी 2-2 किलोमीटर ते आमी वर्बली तांकां सगळ्यांक सांगले ट्रॅफिकाक कळयले स्कुलाक रिक्वेस्ट
पर्सनली सकाळच्या वेळेस चड ट्रॅफिक फोर्स थंयसर दवरता.
डेप्युटी कलेक्टर एड्युकेशन
दवरपा लायता.
डिपार्टमेंट सिरियस वचून थँक्यू.
श्री प्रवीण शेट.
Because there is fear and anxiety in the minds of farmers that during monsoon some of the rivulet point, especially at Savanwada Moem, gets flooded. Thereby farmers could not cultivate their fields and face lot of losses. The main reason that this rivulet point needs desilting and therefore farmers are unable to cope up with the such process. With my demands, I have raised this issue that rivulet point which requires desilting, especially at Savanwada Moem, in my Moem constituency, I had suggested that this District Mineral Foundation has to request to comply this problem. That is, desilting should be carried out under District Mineral Foundation funds, being a mining belt, and so far no action has been action in this regards. In the view of above, I hereby request the government to kindly take up this issue on the top priority to get the desilting of the rivulet points, Savanwada Moem constituency on the top priority under District Mineral Foundation fund to give relief from the fear and anxiety among the farmers. Because Honorable Seaman instruction देऊन सुद्धा ही पोय WRD अजून काय करूंक ना स्पीकर सर. स्पीकर सर, Honorable Seaman हे instruction दिल्ले actually पोय डिसिल्ट करा म्हणून WRD, पण तरी अजून ते करूंक ना स्पीकर सर.
आता करपाक लायता कदाचित पावसा खातीर उरला आसतलें करता.
श्री एलेक्स लॉरेन्स.
Speaker sir, I am sorry I could not raise this in the demands and magiri mafte dus time nalda. So I'll raise this now. Fear and anxiety in the minds of persons of disabilities and their parents who might not be able to get 5 crucial supports. DSS आणि मातशें increase करपा जाय. Life insurance for disabled child, life insurance cover for parents of disabled child. लाडली लक्ष्मी स्कीम जर तांकां काजार कोण काजरां 1 लाख आहा ती 2 lakhs गव्हर्मेंट जाल्यार तांकां दिवपाची. स्पेशल इश्यू ऑफ स्पेशल बॉन्ड्स at high rate of interest exclusively for disabled person subscription only. And at present no scheme is designed and available for motivating parents to pursue study of their disabled child in special school. Thank you finance na action the government is going to take. Because sir एक कुछ मिनट घेता DSS तांकां जो तर सुबेश खेळ जाल्यार एकदम वर जाता because they find it very difficult. Second thing, they have got तांकां जो तर life insurance cover करूं मेळटा for parents. The percentage of children are very small. आणि जो तर लाडली scheme ती काजरा आहा ती तांकां some of them might not get married also. and some of them might have some education akon kite modify kuru meta kite jat jale tanka special. I'm not saying they are not going to get if they don't get, they'll correct my statement. Again, so suggestion for interest special bonds kurpak at high rate of interest 15% in tanka only for the parents tanka એટલે motivation datole and studies are because sir very important.
Shri Praveen Adlikar. Praveen Adlikar.
Sir,
Yes.
fear and anxiety in the mind of the people, respect to SC caste certificate being issued to ineligible candidate may have fraudulently obtained SC certificate to avoid government job and scheme and depriving junior beneficiary. I urge the government to take strict action and issue a proper verification to caste certificate to protect the right of SC committee.
Yes.
Speaker sir, जे आयज हे कोणी जे
Mention केलें बेटा.
हेजेर कशें तरी एक्शन जावंक जाय सर. जे आयज हांव सांगूंक सोदता
Because the proper verification of the certificate म्हणटा पळय न्ही,
certificate
आतापर्यंत हांव तुज्या म्हायती खातीर सांगता, समाजाची सर्टिफिकेट दिता पळय न्ही त्याय लोकांनी व्हेरीफाय करून समाजाची सर्टिफिकेट दिवची म्हणजे फुडें प्रॉब्लेम जायना.
पण आयज
समाजाचेच
इतली
लोक जेन्ना
वर्सां
व्हेरीफाय करता आसतना चुकयता पळय न्ही मागीर फुडें प्रॉब्लेम वाडटा ते. त्या ती पर्टिक्युलरली खंयच्याय समाजाचो आसूं.
पण हांव सांगूंक सोदता जो पळय मनीस आयज आहा तो हावजिंग बोर्डान आसा हेजेर आयज फास्ट हेजेर एक्शन जावचें
दिता आसतना समाजाच्या लोकांक कळना ती खंयची दिवपाची.
जाय जाल्यार सराकूय सांगूंक सोदता जे कोण मनीस तो.
Because sir, I would like to bring to the attention of this house a serious issue of dilapidated buildings in our port town, which pose a significant threat to the public safety. Several of these structures, both occupied and unoccupied, some owned by MMC, are on the verge of collapse. We have already seen portions of slab falling, which creates major danger. Many of these buildings are in the city center where thousands of people pass daily. Since the owners have failed to act or are least bothered to protect this property, I urge the state administration to intervene immediately. These buildings must be either taken over or demolished as a matter of priority to protect the public. I request Honorable Minister to kindly address this urgent matter. Speaker sir, municipality's property थोडे आसा आणि त्योय बी आणि गव्हर्नमेंट म्हाका दिसता कलेक्टरान थोडे प्रोसेस स्टार्ट केला. सो ते करून ह्यो प्रोटेक्ट ह्योय बी बिल्डिंग डेमोलिश करच्यो.
Speaker, sir, attention of the House is drawn on the lack of facilities available for the children with autism. What steps does the government intend to take in this regards to provide necessary support and care for these children, special child and their families? Speaker, sir, a particular case, Maksada that Tengelo Sastit was the main Salendra Mutamge Kepe Madasangazo. He sorted an appointment with you almost Kitle party Opsan Gala. So if you give me an appointment date, or to get Opsan Maksala, I can come with na Kizata. ते मी कितले पाटूक केला द होल पेरेंट्स सगळे ग्रुप आहा.
तू आता दी म्हाका हाडून अपॉइंटमेंट दी कित्याक सोंपल्या उपरांत दी कितें तें पळयता.
ना दे वॉन्ट टू कम एंड मीट यू इन पर्सन.
तूं घेवन यो मरे.
आनी घेवन येवपा मरे.
यस
थँक्यू.
कशी येता मरे तूं.
हे थँक घेन मरे चड जाण आसतली.
Always Speaker, frequent irregular trips by Kadamba bus on Mapsa to Ambari and back. Attention of the House is drawn to the causing of inconvenience to local residents and other communities due to frequent breakdown of the bus for which replacement is needed. Steps the government intends to take on this route. Only I just want to make one statement. This bus goes to an end of the portion on Aldona constituency. So children have to go, people go to work, then they go to Mapsa, they come back from market, and then the bus is suddenly not there, there's no trip, there's no announcement, no replacement. Your KTC wanted to give me a 44-seater bus. 44-seater bus doesn't go inside there. It can't take a turn also. So if you can give me one mini bus, I think that will go a long way. If you can have that.
Sri Wendy Vegas.
Speaker, sir. Avlash.
Speaker sir, arise to highlight a pressing issue regarding the statutory requirement for forming the Minority Commission in Goa. Despite its importance, this commission remains absent. The formation of a Minority Commission is a statutory requirement to safeguard the rights and interests of minority communities. The absence of this commission leaves minority communities without a dedicated platform for addressing their concerns. I urge the government to immediately form the Minority Commission as per the statutory requirements. ensure the commission role in protecting and promoting the welfare of the minority communities. Because sir, 2012 तुम्ही assurance दिले की हे कोतले म्हणून 2012 ती 2025 साली आता एक assurance मेळी की जात कम मातशे it would have helped everybody. Speaker sir.
Cruz Silva.
Speaker sir, I rise today to draw the urgent attention of this House to the matter concerning the Mount Carmel Chapel and the Convent in Chembal, a site of immense historical and cultural significance for Goa. Declared as heritage site on 7 December 2020 by the Town and Country Planning Department, this monument stands as a proud symbol of Goa's indigenous Carmelite legacy. The Mount Carmel Conservation Committee of Chembal, along with the Carmelite Fathers of Akyang Marga, has appealed for the return of the property to the Carmelite order, in line with the 1940 concurrence between the Portugal and the Vatican, which remained valid under the Goa Daman Diu Act of 1962. I urge the Honourable Minister to issue a statement and take necessary steps to restore the Mount Carmel Chapel and its surrounding property to the Carmelite order, ensuring justice and preservation of Goa's unique heritage. Speaker sir, थोडे पेपर्स आहेत ते मातशे टेबल करपाक जाता, मातशे स्टडी कर.
फुडें वचुया.
स्पीकर सर एक आमगे 0 तूं मेन्शन करून दिला. आय जस्ट वॉन्ट टू नोंदरे मुखार हाडपाक सोदता जे NIT जे जॉब स्कॅम
विषय काल काढलो मरे ते
ना तुवें सांगलो तुवें आंखो थिंग मिटींग जालें आनी एक फ्रेश व्हिडिओ भायर सरला.
सर हांवें ताका सांगलें इन्क्वायरी करता म्हणून काल विषय काढलो
स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन इन्क्वायरी
करता.
फामाद नामनेचे आणि गांवांतल्या व्यक्तींचे शोक प्रस्ताव सभागृहात दवरता.
करता
राष्ट्रीय
करता सांगले.
येस
हाडटा कालूच सांगला.
येस
बरें आसा.
राष्ट्रीय सेविका समितीची आदली फुडारी सर्गेस्त प्रमिळाताई मेंढे हांकां मरण आयलां. एक दूरदर्शी प्रतिभावंत नाट्य कलाकार आणि नामनेचे उद्योजक सर्गेस्त परेश जोशी हांकां मरण आयलां. नामनेचे तियात्रिस्ट सर्गेश्री सुसी जुजे जोकीम फर्नांडीस आणि मॅन्युअल एडवर्ड कार्वालो हांकां मरण आयलां. ललित कला आणि डिझायनिंग मळावेले एक नामनेचे कलाकार सर्गेस्त दिलीप दारगांवकर हांकां मरण आयलां. शोक प्रस्ताव मानून घेवचे. शोक प्रस्ताव सभा एकमतान मानून घेतले. सगळ्यांनी उभे रावया. बसून घ्या. सभागृहाच्यो भावना तांच्या सगळ्या कुटुंबाक आमी कळटा. अभिनंदनाचे प्रस्ताव सभागृहात दवरता. मान्य श्री राजेंद्र आर्लेकरजी आणि केरळाचे राज्यपाल म्हणून शपथ घेतल्यावर ताचे अभिनंदन करता. पोप 14वे लिओ आणि ज्योतित पाद्री फादर रिचर्ड अँथनी डिसोजा आणि व्हॅटिकन वेधशाळेचे संचालक म्हणून नियुक्ती केल्याबद्दल त्यांचे अभिनंदन करता. फुटबॉल असोसिएशनचे उपाध्यक्ष श्री जोनाथ डिसोजा आणि आशियन फुटबॉल कॉन्फरन्सचे मॅच कमिशनर म्हणून ताची नियुक्ती जाल्याबद्दल ताचे अभिनंदन करता. दिवचलच्या श्री वेदांत अश्नोळकर आणि प्रतिष्ठित पहिली राष्ट्रीय कुल कमेर चॅम्पियनशीप 2025 हातूंत भांगरा पदक मेळिल्ले खातीर तांचे आमी अभिनंदन करता. 2025 राष्ट्रीय कृषी विज्ञान पुरस्कारा खातीर वेंचून आयिल्ल्या बद्दल संचालक श्री प्रवीण कुमार, शास्त्रज्ञ श्री मनोहर के, डॉक्टर आर सोनामन राजकुमार, डॉक्टर गोपाल महाजन, श्री श्रीकांत जी बी आणि डॉक्टर परमेशा या ICARच्या टिमीचे आमी अभिनंदन करता. 2020-25 बॅचची निमाणे MBBS ची परीक्षेत डॉक्टर एना मारिया तारिया
आंध्रांदे हिका पयले क्रमांक फावो जाल्ले बद्दल तांचे अभिनंदन करता. लेफ्टनंट कमांडर कू दिलना के आणि कू रुपा ए के आणि 3D केपल्यान त्यांच्या परिक्रमा मोहिमेचे एक भाग म्हणून ANSB तारणी बोटीचेर इंटरनॅशनल डेट लायन्स यशस्वीपणे पार केल्ले बद्दल तांचे आमी अभिनंदन करता. विंग कमांडर व्योमिका सिंग आणि कर्नल सोमिया कुरेसी हेर सगळे अधिकारी आणि सैनिक जे ऑपरेशन सिंदूर सामील जाल्ले बद्दल तांचे अभिनंदन करता. डॉक्टर श्रीराम कामत दाखणकर हांणी गोंयच्या पयली AI असिस्टेड रोबोटिक नी आणि हिप रिप्लेसमेंट सर्जरी खातीर केल्ल्या खातीर तांचे अभिनंदन करता. जोळावपेची कुमारी तन्वी केरकर आणि मिस वोग स्टार इंडियन सीजन किताब जिखिल्ले खातीर तांचे आमी अभिनंदन करता. श्रीमती नयना आडरकर हांकां बेला बायलचो शंकर आणि हेर काणयोकार या कोंकणी पुस्तका खातीर बाल साहित्य पुरस्कार फावो जाल्ल्या खातीर आणि श्रीमती ग्लेनिस डायस हांकां गांव गाथा या लघुपट पुस्तका खातीर युवा साहित्य पुरस्कार फावो जाल्ल्या खातीर तांचे अभिनंदन करता. कलाचेतना बळवय हांचे कोंकणी नाटक गांव जाला जाणटो या एकाच दिसा एकाच थळार एकाच कलाकारान आणि टिमी सहित नाटकाचो 7 पुराय शो यशस्वीपण रितीन करून संवसारीक विक्रम नोंद केल्या बद्दल तांचे अभिनंदन करता. फोंडे तालुक्यांतल्यान बांदोळे गांवचे श्री देवेश नायक हांकां गोंय राज्य जैवविविधता मंडळाचेर आणि गोंय राज्य जैवविविधता उमेदी पुरस्कार खातीर भोवमान केले खातीर तांचे अभिनंदन करता. नामनेचे पर्यावरणवादी श्री प्रसाद गावडे हांकां URL फाउंडेशन सामाजिक कृती पुरस्कार फावो जाल्ल्या खातीर तांचे अभिनंदन करता. रसायनशास्त्र आणि जैविक रसायनशास्त्राच्या उद्योगीक वावरांत उल्लेखनीय योगदान बद्दल डॉक्टर डोनाल्ड GP पिंटो हांकां अमेरिकेंतलो प्रतिश्ठीत यशा 47 या वर्सुकी कॅरोथियर्स पुरस्कार सन्मानित केल्या बद्दल तांचे अभिनंदन करता. शेफ अविनाश मार्टीन उत्कृष्ट पाककलेचो व्यवसायीक तांची गोंयकारा विशीं आपुलकी आणि शाश्वतीची वचनबद्धता हे तांचे वेगळेपण आसा देखून उद्योगाक तांकां एक स्थान फावो जाल्ले बद्दल तांचे अभिनंदन करता.
श्री दिगंबर कामत for being selected as member.
श्री दिगंबर कामत हांकां
येस
Aquatic Bureau representing the continent.
Yes. Shri Digambar Kamath for being elected as the member of the World Aquatic Bureau representing content के म्हणून तांचे निवड जाल्ल्या बद्दल तांचे अभिनंदन करता.
स्पीकर सर, पूर्वा नाईक फ्रॉम हरवळे खेलो इंडियात गोल्ड मेडल मेळयल्याच्या भुरग्याकूय बी ताचे
अभिनंदन करता. अभिनंदनाचे प्रस्ताव येस
ते serial number 9 श्री डॉक्टर श्रीराम कामत दाखणकर for launching first AI assisted robotic knee and hip replacement surgery center
ओके
सेंटर केला आणि गोंयांत. आणि लास्ट ते शेफ अविनाश मार्टिन्स ताजे आमी मूव केल्ले कारण फॉर विनिंग टॉप ऑनर्स विथ एन ऑथेंटिक गोवन डिश at the renowned Iron Chef Thailand versus Asia competition, bringing national attention to the rich culinary heritage of the state. हे changes माझे
करता. अभिनयाचे थाराव तांच्या फॅमिली आमी धाडून दिता, तांकां धाडून दिता. तांच्या सगळ्यांचे आमी विधानसभेक करता आणि तांचे थाराव सगळ्यांक मानून घेता. पेपर सिम्युलेट माननीय मुख्यमंत्री.
Sir, I lay on the table of the House the paper shown against my name in today's list of business.
Yes. Calling attention first, J. Tarulkar.
घे तू
मेन्शन कर.
कितें पण आज ऑलरेडी 7 पयलीं सोंपोवपाक जाय.
येस
मेन्शन कर लेट हिम मेन्शन कर मागीर जालें करूया. मेन्शन कर.
येस मेन्शन कर.
आज पयल्या 6 to 7 केला टायमिंग.
मेन्शन करता.
येस J. Tarulkar मेन्शन कर.
ठीक मेन्शन कर.
हय
the attention of the House is drawn on towards to the urgent need to position Goa not just as a tourist state but also as a beach sports tourist destination. Countries like Australia, Brazil and Thailand have successfully promoted beach sports like volleyball, surfing, beach cricket and kiteboarding to attract quality tourists and extend the tourist season. I urge the government to aggressively position Goa as a beach sport tourist destination by identifying beaches like Morji, Marambul, Kalangut, Kolwa and others, creating the best infrastructure and hosting national and international beach sports event.
Yes. सभागृहाचे कामकाज 2:30 पर्यंत स्थगित करतो.
In this video, we're going to talk about lines and angles. The first type of line that you need to be familiar with are parallel lines. Parallel lines do not intersect. So let's call the first line A and the second line B. So we could say that A is parallel to line B. So these two lines are also parallel. They share the same slope. So if the first line has a slope of 3/4, the second line has the same exact slope. Perpendicular lines are different. Whenever you have two perpendicular lines intersecting each other, they will form a right angle. So they meet at 90 degrees. Let's call this line A and line B. So the way you can describe it, you could say line A is perpendicular to line B. So this symbol represents that those two lines are perpendicular. So let's say that line C has a slope of 3/4. What do you think the slope will be for line D? To find the slope of the perpendicular line, you need to flip the fraction. So instead of 3/4, it's going to be 4/3. Now you need to change the sign from positive to negative. So it has a slope -4/3. When you have a third line that intersects two parallel lines, that third line is the transversal. So let's say this is line A and B. So if A is parallel to B, then C is going to be the transversal. We'll call this angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Angles 3, 4, 5, and 6 are known as interior angles. When you think of the word interior, what do you think of? Interior means on the inside. So those four angles, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're in between or on the inside of the two parallel lines. Angles 1, 2, 7, and 8 are known as exterior angles because they're outside of the two parallel lines. Now, which angles are alternate interior angles. You need to be able to identify those. So the fact that they're on the interior has to be between 3, 4, and 5, 6. 3 and 6 are alternate interior angles. They're on the inside of the two parallel lines, but they're opposite of the transversal. 3 is on the left side of the transversal, and 6 is on the right side of the transversal. So that's why they're called alternate interior angles. Now, alternate interior angles are congruent. So angle 3 is equal to angle 6. They have the same exact measure, assuming if A and B are parallel. Angle 4 and 5 are also alternate interior angles. They're congruent. Now, what about alternate exterior angles? Angle 1 and 8 are alternate exterior angles. It turns out also angle 2 and 7 are alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. They're the same. And if you're wondering why they're called alternate exterior angles, well, first, the word exterior. They're on the outside or on the exterior of the two parallel lines, and they alternate with reference to the transversal. So angle 1 is on the left side of the transversal, or line C. Angle 8 is on the right side. So they're on alternate sides. And 2 and 7 are alternate exterior angles. Now, the next term that you need to be familiar with are corresponding angles. Angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent. Angles 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. Angles 4 and 8 are corresponding, and 3 and 7 correspond to each other. So angle 4 is congruent to angle 8, and angle 3 is congruent to angle 7. So those are corresponding angles. They're on the same position on the parallel lines in relation to the transversal. So if you look at 2 and 6, they're both on the right side of the transversal, and they're both above the two parallel lines. If you look at 3 and 7, they're both on the left side of the transversal, and they're both below the parallel lines. So they're in the same position on the parallel lines. In this case, they're both below it, and they're both on the left side of the transversal. Now, there's some other terms that you need to be familiar with as well. The next term is consecutive interior angles. So 4 and 6 are consecutive interior angles. They're on the inside of the transversal. And consecutive means then basically the next one after. So for example, consecutive integers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 is consecutive to 2 because it comes right after. So if you look at this angle, the next one is 6. So those are consecutive interior angles. Consecutive interior angles, they add up to 180. So basically they're supplementary. So angle 4 plus angle 6 adds up to 180. Angle 3 and angle 5 adds up to 180. So they're supplementary. Now, the last term you need to be familiar with are vertical angles. So whenever you have two lines that intersect each other, they will form vertical angles. Let's say this angle is 50, this angle is also 50. Vertical angles are congruent. 1 and 4 are vertical angles, so 1 and 4 are congruent. 2 and 3 are vertical angles. 7 and 6 are vertical angles, so they equal each other. And 5 and 8 are congruent to each other. So those are vertical angles. So anytime you have a transversal or a third line that intersects two parallel lines, you're going to have a lot of congruent angles. So just make sure you're familiar with those terms. Now, the next term that you need to be familiar with are complementary angles. So let's say that line A and line B are perpendicular to each other. So let me just go ahead and extend those two lines. So that means that this angle between A and B is 90 degrees. But let's draw a line. Let's say this angle is 30. And let's call this line C. And let's call this vertex V. So angle CVB is 30 degrees. What is angle AVC? So you know they have to add up to 90 because angle AVB is 90. So 90 minus 30 is 60. So therefore, these two angles are complementary. They add up to 90. So angle AVC plus angle CVB has to add up to angle AVB. So that's an example of complementary angles. They add up to 90. The next one that you need to be familiar with are supplementary angles, which we briefly talked about before. Supplementary angles add up to 180. So let's say if you have a straight line and there's another line that passes through it. The total angle of a straight line will always be 180. A full circle is 360, so half a circle, that's 180. So if this angle is 60, the other angle has to be 120. So let's call this A, B, C, and D. So angle ABD, that's basically 120, plus DBC, which is 60, is equal to basically the straight line ABC, which is 180. So whenever you have a straight line, all the angles that are part of that straight line has to add up to 180. So here's an example. Let's say this is 40 and this is 70. What is the missing angle? And this is a straight line. So 70 plus 40 plus x has to add up to 180. 70 plus 40 is 110. So to find the value of x, we need to subtract 110 from both sides. So x is 180 minus 110, so x is also 70 degrees. So now you're familiar with the terms supplementary and complementary. So keep in mind, if two angles are complementary, that means that they add up to 90 degrees. If two angles are supplementary, they add up to 180 degrees. So now let's go over a few practice problems in solving certain things. So I'm going to give you a few questions, and I want you to find the value of x. So in the first example, what is the value of x? Now these two angles are congruent. They're vertical angles. So therefore x is simply 70. In the second example, these two form a linear pair. They're supplementary because they form a straight line when you add it together. So therefore 80 plus x is equal to 180. So x is going to be 180 minus 80, so x is 100 degrees. So some of these problems are not going to be very difficult. So let's say if this is 30 and this is 2x plus 5 and this is y. Find the value of x and y. Actually, let's say this is y plus 8. Feel free to pause the video and work on that problem. So we know that 30 and y plus 8 are vertical angles, so therefore they're congruent. So we could set 30 equal to y plus 8. Therefore, y is going to be 30 minus 8, so y is 22. Now what is the value of x? Now these two, they form a linear pair, so they're supplementary. So 30 plus 2x plus 5 has to add up to 180. So now we could find the value of x. 30 plus 5, that's 35. So if we subtract both sides by 35, 2x is 180 minus 35, which is 145. And then we need to divide by 2. So half of 140 is 70. Half of 5 is 2.5. So half of 145 is going to be 72.5. So that's the value of x. Let's say this angle is 35. What is the value